Hi guys, welcome back to another Daily Tarot card. These are your Daily Tarot cards for Tuesday, May 16th, 2023. Today we're pulling from the Deviant Moon Tarot cards. So we're starting off, well, first and foremost, happy Mother's Day to all that are celebrating. It be your mother, your grandmother, your aunt, your sister, your loved one, whomever it is, that has sat there and sacrificed for your happiness. Cherish those people because never sit there and turn your back against those who always show up and show out for you through the thick and thin. Because you know what? One day you're going to sit there and be like, wow, I should have sat there and really, cherished them while I had them, because now they're gone. And who knows if they'll ever come back into my life. They probably will, because who their heart is. You know what I mean? It's never too late to ask for forgiveness. It's never too late to forgive. It's like, unfortunately sometimes we have these bonds. I was trying to make a video of it. I have to be careful of what I say, because I don't want to put things out there in the universe to hurt people or anything like that, but I'm sure it's just would resonate with others, so maybe I might post it. I deleted the one I filmed, but maybe I'll film it again. But we're getting to the cards, starting with the world. This definitely sounds like the cherubim. I was watching this channel on TikTok, and they were talking about Moses, and they were talking about the cherubim, and they're talking about there's this four-faced figure that has a human face, a lion face, a goat face, and a head of an eagle. And I'm like, that sounds like the cherubim, the four corners, representing the four elements. I'm like, this totally sounds like the world card, and I even put that in the comments, and everyone's like, yeah, that definitely does sound like it. If you look at the traditional card, that's exactly what it has on there. Human head, lion head, a ram, a goat, and then the lion head. Or if I missed one there, but it definitely sounds like it. Take a look at it, or what the cherubim is, and it'll definitely open your mind. I was just like, whoa, they say that tarot is bad, but I feel like it's a gift for me personally. I know it's a gift from Yahweh and Yeshua, and it's how we use it. When we're blessed with sacred knowledge, if we use it in a positive way, positive things will come into our life. Use it for with the purpose of what it's for, not to sit there and scheme and scam and get a quick rich off of people. This is to help people. Judging by our heart, by our actions. So I feel like, for some of us, this is going to be a verbal agreement that turns into a legal agreement, a legal contract. We do have two kings here, a king of cups and a king of wands. This could be your higher self, where they're speaking to. They're definitely, that's what they were showing me with the King of Pentacles last week, is like being stern. You know what I mean? Where it's just like, this is giving you advice of replenish your cup. You know what I mean? In the full moon energy. And I feel like the full moon coming up, it's like from now until the full moon, especially after retrograde, you know what I mean? It's like, sit there, realign your chakras, sit there and do energy pluckings and do things that make your heart sing. Is that, sowing seeds, gardening? Is that spending time with loved ones? You know what I mean? What is that? Being outside in the elements? I feel like with the King of Wands, it's like following your intuition as you move forward. You're going to get a lot of messages. You know what I mean? So it's just like, pay attention to them, even though they don't make sense. I kid you not, last night I got a ton of channel messages, and I'm like, forgive me. I wanted to do a reading for myself. Got a ton of channel messages. I wrote the date on there and the time, so that way I could go back and look at it. But, I'm like, okay, stop throwing them out. Stop ripping them up and throwing out word that someone's going to read it. You know what I mean? So you could go back and, be your own kind of counsel. I had a dream January 7th of 2021, and I kid you not, they said that my sister would have a new partner, and, they had mentioned the name, and I thought it was my ex. You know what I mean? Because that's the only way that name resonates with me. And I'm like, okay, whatever. But I was just like, okay, I'm going to write it down. So I got what, 12 pages of channel messages last night. And my third eye was really hurting me. And I'm just like, okay. I'm like, I can't do anymore. I had an allergy attack because we're cleaning out my mom's car yesterday, and the dust, I guess, went in my eyes and everything, because my eyes are all red and I'm all congested. So I'm like, okay, you know what I mean? Just rest. I woke up sitting up praying. I sit in my bed. I can't get on my knees anymore because my knees hurt too much. But, no matter how many pillows I put down, So I sit there and I lay in bed and do it now. You know, hopefully I'll get the strength enough to do it again. But it is what it is. But I woke up. One of my poor babies is under the weather. One was under the weather. He's on the mend, but now the other one's feeling it. So I'm just like, oh my goodness. But it's like waking up and praying, but it's just like those channel messages and just putting them away. That's all I was simply doing, was putting them away. And I came across that. I'm like, wow. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't share it with my sister because I just was just like, okay. And she's like, why didn't you tell me? And I'm like, I don't know. She actually, did change partners, and, now it's what they said. But that's funny. I just thought I'd share it with her. You know what I mean? I'm just like, isn't this funny? And she just starts laughing at me. She's like, yeah. I showed it to my mom. I'm just like, look what I got, a channel message or a dream. And I'm like, it actually came true. And she started laughing. We have like the sun card, and I love that. It's just like, in that wonderful season of summer, you know what I mean, going outside celebrating. I feel like because they're showing like, the hours are getting longer because, summer solstice and everything like that. I feel like celebrating, you get that with the moon as well. Like, we're dancing into the wee hours of the night. um I feel like with the moon card, they're talking about wolf energy, the wolf moon in January, and it's like reestablishing boundaries, calling back in your tribe. So maybe you've been busy and chaotic and you haven't been able to talk to so many people, so it's reconnecting with people, reconnecting with your tribe, your family members. Sometimes family does live further away, so it's like reconnecting with them. But I definitely get like celebrations, especially with our two last cards here. And I feel like it's like a decision. We don't have to say yes to everything, so you're to the point of exhaustion. You know what I mean? But I definitely feel like, with this King of Cups card and this King of Wands, again, it may be that you're picking between two individuals or you're seeing it two individuals. But I definitely feel like, I feel like a rebirth, if I dare say, because I feel like we're planting seeds and they're beginning to sow. So in that kind of way, like a rebirth, I know Two of Wands is definitely a choice between two. You know what I mean? But I feel like maybe splitting your time, because it's like they're split apart in a certain way. You know what I mean? New moon energy. You definitely get with the darkness of his face, and you see the phases on his moon. It's all in darkness. So in the new moon, are you making a choice here? And I just feel, the choice is standing over the King of Cups and the King of Wands. A romantic side, or the king where it's more intuitive, more logical. But I feel like it's like, pay attention to your dreams, write down the date it happened. If you want to write down the time, like, I definitely wish I would have obviously my mind wasn't where it is now, but it's just like keeping a track of the dates, of certain passages that meant a lot to me. Or I know we started doing high holidays. Hanukkah was our first high holiday we ever did. I remember that. I think and I was still babysitting, so that had to be 2018 going into 2019. I know that. So, because we had the kids here and we were doing the candles and everything. I was babysitting for the siblings there. I miss them. They're so much fun. But it's just like, you know what I mean? I feel like a rebirth in your life, in the sense of like putting yourself first. It's okay to sit there and fill your cup. It's okay for letting the universe do things. Like, I made that video yesterday, and it's like how the universe allowed that to happen, where I was just like, oh, like it wasn't even a Mother's Day. It just so happened to be that weekend. But it's just like making the video, and I realized, damn, I even got my favorite breakfast. You know what I mean? Like, I had my favorite, got a favorite breakfast. We were running errands, got everything done, came home, put things away. I watched Mass, then sat there and I was like, okay, start bringing the pots. Like, I have these beautiful lilies, so I was like, bring the pots out, let them grow. They're already starting to grow in the pot in the basement. So I was like, okay, bring them upstairs, put them outside, got some really cute lights. They were only $250. When I bought these, when I was living in Toronto 6 years ago, it would be 7 years ago because we had the summer there. These things were like $750 a pop. They're $250 now. They're so beautiful. I have still some downstairs, and they're very decorative. I like the appeal of it, but it's just the kids are always running around where I want to put the other ones. So I'm just like, you know what? Let kids be kids. Let them enjoy, It's just like, you know what I mean? You only get to be a child once. I don't want to be that friggin' stick in the mud that poops on kids having a good time, So I'm just like, let them do what they need to do, you know? But it's just like recalibrating that, you know what I mean? I definitely, you know, there's a movie my kids would watch when they're younger. I think it's like The Haunted House or something like that. And the neighbor was like, get off my lawn. I laughed. The Burbs, he's like, get off my lawn, you know? So I was like, I don't want to be that. So I would put tires out, and I spray painted them this beautiful like lilac color, and I would put flowers in there and let them grow and put lights on it and stuff like that. But the kids are always playing there. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like, you know, especially because they're so small and it's easy for the moms to keep an eye on them and stuff like that. It's just, you know what I mean? It's like a small sacrifice that brings so much joy. I love the sound of children laughing and having a great time. You know, it's one of my favorite sounds in the world. Even my kids, when they're laughing their heads off, I'm just like, what a beautiful sound. You know what I mean? It makes me so happy to hear that my kids are happy, you know? Especially when they're like, you know, can't stop laughing, you know? You know, they're having a great time. No better medicine than laughter, you know? So I feel like it's just follow your intuition, write things down. Dreams, definitely, you know? For some reason I wrote that dream down and I just it happened. I was just putting my channel messages away and I came across this like, oh my gosh, I got to share this with her. It was like 6 o'clock in the morning and I'm like, look at this. And like the sun was coming up. I couldn't believe that. I looked outside. I was like, oh dang, the sun's coming up. Time to go to bed, you know? But she started laughing when she saw that. But it's just like you never know when those messages will resonate, when they'll come into play. Sometimes they'll give me years and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, you know? So it's just like follow their lead. Follow what they guide you to do. You know what I mean? Live in every moment, like, you know, they're saying like live every moment like it's your last, but I just feel like it's like enjoy life. That's what it's here for. You know, we're commanded to do all these, you know, go to work and pay bills and this and that, and you know what I mean? Kids are commanded to go to school, and like I'm not nothing against school. You know what I mean? Definitely puts a discipline in you to show up on time and X, Y, and Z, but you know, this is the life that we live, that we have to pay, you know, bills and X, Y, and Z, but you know, definitely cherish those moments where you're able to be with your family, like today, Mother's Day, where you're able to be together, barbecues and everything like that. So, you know, we got, in Canada, we have the May 2-4 weekend and then the Memorial weekend, the following weekend in the US. So it's just like, you know, that's what, I feel like that as well, time of celebration. I feel like that's why they're saying the world is opening up. The world is your oyster, you know, after what we went through the past, you know, 3 years of cough. It's like the world is opening up again. We can enjoy each other again, you know? Be safe about it, though. You know, keep sanitizing your hands. But I definitely feel like it's just like replenish your cup. I feel like that's what this that's why I feel like the Kings are coming here. A major, like, stern message here. It's okay to replenish your cup. Look, don't let anyone tell you anything different. You know? I feel like he's like kind of making a toast here, you know? And I feel like following your intuition. You know, where things resonate with you, definitely follow that and see where it takes you. So I hope you guys enjoyed these daily tarot cards for Tuesday, May the 16th, 2023. May the universe bless you good. We'll see you for the next daily tarot card.